Hello, hello, hello. How are my beautiful friends and family? How you doing? Special letter today is A. So, if you have an A in your name, first or last, sometimes you can get away with if your name's Lila or like there's a really pronounced A in the name, or if um, the name of an A person has something to do with what you're seeking guidance on. You can also use that if it corresponds, if it fits. Okay, here we go. How you doing? Hi, Dawn. How you doing? How's everybody doing out there? It seems like this week flew by, which is crazy because, I know it's only Wednesday. I guess from last Wednesday to this Wednesday, it feels like that week flew by. It feels like I was just on here talking to you, which is okay. I missed you, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I am still super sick, still drinking my hot tea, still blowing my nose constantly, coughing like I don't know what to compare it to. Sounds like a barking dog sometimes. Happy Wednesday. Hello, hello. Hi, Malia. Hi, Tina. Hi, Christina. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So, we got some interesting cards for you guys today. I pulled from the Guardian Angel deck, which I believe is no longer for sale. You might be able to find some copies of it out there, old ones, but yeah, I think they discontinued it. So I like to read from that sometimes. Let's see here. We'll pull some special cards for letter A while I'm right here on the phone with you. Big night tonight on the phone, on the computer. We have a super full blue moon. A lot of people don't know what a blue moon is. A blue moon is when more than one full moon occurs within the same month. So when there's two full moons within 1 month, the second one is known as the blue moon. The supermoon part of this is it's just much, much closer to Earth, so it's going to look a lot bigger. There's some more scientific detail there, but essentially that's it in a nutshell. Okay. Woo, people A, I'm gonna need a little bit more information on your card today. You guys are hard. Look at Stacy. She already knows what to do. I haven't even held up the damn cards. Same with Dawn. They're like, we already know. We know what we want. Gotcha. Okay. All right, all right, all right. So, let me give you your 3 cards. Aren't they so pretty? So we've got 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and if you're not the letter A, if you're new here and you're not the letter A, you will pick a card using your intuition, numbers 1, 2, or 3, and I will interpret that card for you shortly. Lots of 3s, my goodness. Now I got to see what number 3 is. Huh. I like it. I like it for yous. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3, unless you have an A in your first or last name. Getting hot again. I've got all my Halloween decorations up, inside and out now. So I'm super stoked. The kids are going to have their very first ever Halloween party, which I've always wanted to do for them. So we're going to do that first weekend in April, or in October. My goodness, can you tell I'm disconnected? I sound all nasally and I'm all over the place. I'm going to get better, I swear. I have to say, though, this is probably the sickest I've ever been in my life. But I'm getting through it. It's all going to get better. All right. I'm going to hold these up. And while I hold them up, if you haven't picked your number, hi, Patty, go ahead and pick number 1, 2, or 3, unless you're an A. And then I will go over some stuff that we have coming up. Chillicothe is this weekend. I tried to put, I don't know how it looks, but I tried to put all the ticket links, hi, Jackie, in, in my like like I had to give a description of what this is. So I tried to put the ticket links in there. I don't know how it looked, but hopefully they're accessible for you and it's easier for you to just have them right there if you're interested in attending an event. Okay, so Chillicothe is this Saturday. I'm super stoked about that. It'll be my first show since getting super sick, but I have been relaxing and I have been in bed for 3 weeks. So I am ready to get back out there. Monroe City is on September 16th. That one's a little bit closer, so I'm super excited about that one just because it seems like I have a lot of friends and family that sometimes come there and I enjoy seeing them. Blue Note, oh my gosh. So we had to reschedule the Blue Note, right? From its original date. But the date that we rescheduled it on is so awesome. It's freaky. It is Freaky Friday. So if you are looking for something super extra fun to do in October on Freaky Friday, Friday the 13th, come and see me at the Blue Note. I will be there. Moberly will be the next night, the night after that. So if you can't catch that show and you're close to Moberly, stop in Moberly. I love both of those theaters. They're both so beautiful and so amazing. Let's see. October 28th, I have my annual Halloween event. I usually do that at 1 in Quincy, and this year we're kicking it up a little bit more. We'll have a band playing after my event, some live music, and then it's really cool. It's a couple, it's a husband and a wife, and they do a lot of different super cool stuff. And I just love how, you know, the songs that we love, they're able to turn them into their own version, and it's just, they're amazing. They're called Secondhand Bliss. And then we'll also have, I think it's called BKW. I can't remember the name of the food cart, but we'll have a food truck there selling barbecue. So that's exciting. Of course, you can purchase all your drinks there. Wear your Halloween outfits. I want to see some interesting people. 11/11, another super cool date. This year has some badass dates. It's a good year to get married if you're getting married for Saturdays. So St. Charles and St. Louis, I will be at the Funny Bone again on 11/11. I'm so excited about that. I just love the date. You guys know me. I'm obsessed with numbers. I can't help it. All right, again, 1, 2, or 3. Okay, make sure you're picking 1, 2, or 3 unless you have an A initial. With tonight being the super full moon, it's a really, really good time to. Full moons tend to illuminate things that we've been running away from or hiding from, and they kind of push us into new beginnings. The moon's full, it's starting over, it's fresh, and so it kind of pushes you out of your comfort zone, the full moon does. And I know for me personally, I am experiencing that hardcore. I was born under a full moon, so if you were born under a full moons usually affect you a little different than the rest of us, and it can either be really, really good or it can be really, really draining. It just depends. But yeah, my suggestion tonight, if you're looking to do something special, would be full moons are all about releasing and letting things go. Like I said, a start fresh, a new beginning. So if you have something that's been holding you back, if you have something that's kind of been standing in your way, what you can do is if you have a picture of that person or that situation, or if you don't, you could write it down. If you have to pick something that kind of signifies it, like tonight, I am going to be letting go of judgment. That's something that I struggle with others judging, you know, me and what I do and where I'm coming from. And so I'm going to be letting go of judgment tonight on the full moon. And I will pick a couple of pictures of situations and issues, people where I felt that heaviness, and you burn them. You don't have to burn them. You can just literally throw it in the trash. I mean, it's not all about so much about the burning as it is the feeling and the thought and the intent behind it, which is I'm getting rid of this. This is no longer in my life. So you can literally just throw in the trash. Okay. All right, let's get started here. Card number 1, if you picked number 1, and there were a lot of you. Ashley, you have your own cards, so it's completely up to you, but you can use all 3 of these if you want. You got the 10 of action. This card is all about working too hard. And I love when I get this card personally because I struggle with knowing when to stop, especially owning your own business. You're married to the business. And so this card comes, in a place from the heart. It's basically your angels asking you to find a healthier balance between your work life and your personal life. Be willing to ask from help from others. A lot of people have trouble with that, mainly me. And so I completely understand. The reason I explain how I can connect to this is because I'm hoping that you're connecting in the same way. And I want you to feel like you are not left out. You're not alone. We all get it. So be willing to ask for help from others. Lighten your load. There are things that you can do. Outsource things if you need to for work. Look into that. But essentially, this card is all about taking better care of yourself and stop straining to make so many people happy. Maybe this isn't a workload that we're talking about. Maybe the issue here is that you're working your ass off to make others happy who don't truly appreciate it. And that in itself is a ton of work. So, yeah. Step back, reevaluate. Tonight is the perfect night to get this card because my suggestion would be with the full moon, step back and make a list of things that you're going to try to let go. I'm no longer going to let this situation bother me, or I'm no longer going to let this person overwork me, okay? Because what this card essentially is saying is that you are physically being overworked, whether it be, like I said, within a relationship or work situation. And so they're basically asking you to take a step back and look at your health. How is this affecting your mental, physical, emotional well-being and health? And obviously it's affecting it greatly if you pick this card. So it is time to take a break. All right. Number 2s. If you picked number 2, you got the 5 of emotion. This card is all about forgiveness, learning to forgive. Forgiveness is probably the most important part of healing when it comes to situations that are blocking or standing in your way. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you have to forget what they did. It also doesn't give them a pass to do the same thing that they did before. Forgiveness can also have to do with you in this situation. So have you forgiven yourself, right? So keep that in mind too. Forgive yourself and those around you for any mistakes in the past that someone has made. Obviously, you getting this card is your guide's way of saying there's a blockage, you're wondering what it is, and this is what it is. Grieving is a normal part of life. I know that when we lose someone physically, grief and guilt tend to be 2 of the heaviest burdens that we carry, and guilt is one that I want you to release right now. Grief, that's completely up to you. We all grieve in our own way. There is no time to grieving. You may grieve the rest of your life, and that's perfectly okay. But when it comes to guilt, I can promise you, if there's, maybe I didn't say I love you, or I'm sorry, or, he passed when we were in the middle of a fight. This is a sign to you that you need to forgive yourself for that situation and get rid of the guilt. If this has something to do with you trying to move forward in life, and you're continuously angry, or you're stressed, or you're struggling, forgiveness in a completely different part of your life may be what the missing key is here. A lot of times we carry this anger towards other people around in our subconscious mind, and we don't even think about it, and it slowly poisons us. So forgiveness is huge here. Ask your angels, or those, that you have on the other side that you love, to help you lay this situation down, to help you forgive. I know that I personally struggle with forgiving people because I feel like it's, like I said in the beginning, it's giving them the um, permission to do this again. And it's not. It's giving you the permission to never let it happen again. All right. One of the things that I notice in this card, oftentimes it has to do with relationships, and that could just be because there's a husband and or a love interest here, a husband and a wife, a man asking for forgiveness there. For some reason, intuitively, I feel like I need to tell you that I feel like this could be coming from a lover that you need to forgive. And whether you forgive them and stay with them or you forgive them and move on, it doesn't matter. It's just the forgiveness has to happen. It's so much more for you than it is for them. All right, let's get back on track to the path of joy. That's how you're going to do that, through forgiveness. Excuse me. All right. 5 of action. If you pick number 3, your card is all about taking action. I want to go back to the 5 of emotion real quickly, though, the one that we just talked about. Tonight is a wonderful night for you to write down what you're going to forgive, who you're going to forgive, why you're going to forgive them, and then crumble it up, throw it in the trash, burn it if it makes you feel better, if it makes you feel like you've connected more and really let more go. That's how I feel about burning things. But yeah, okay. So back to 5 of action. Your angels want you to know that your current challenge is pushing you out of your comfort zone, and you're aware of that. Your guides are asking you to be more assertive. Not just in your relationships, but also in career. And they really want you to, through the situation that you're going through right now, that you're struggling through, they want you to know that you're going to develop some serious self-confidence that has been needed and lacking for years. So you might feel a little uncomfortable right now. This is one of those life missions. This is one of the purposes that you came back here. One of the goals that you're supposed to achieve. You have the right to excuse yourself from those that bring drama, stress, anxiety, anger, hatred. You have the permission to release yourself from people who really have no purpose no longer in your life, because all they're doing is causing negative emotions and negative feelings. And so this card comes into your life to ask you to do that. And it goes, once again, it goes well with the full moon tonight. Take some action. Get rid of whoever it is that's no longer serving a purpose in your life, and be assertive. Find your self-confidence. Gain a backbone. It's time to open your mouth and stop being bullied. Okay? That's what I have for you, number 3s. Okay, I need to drink tea, and a cough drop, and a nap, and some Mucinex. Okay. I'm glad that was spot on for you, Lori and Jackie. That's awesome. So happy for you, Cindy. Okay, for my A's, you have been waiting. All right. I actually pulled 2 cards for you. I don't always pull 2 cards for my letters, my special letters, but today I did, simply because I wanted a little bit more clarification. So the first card I pulled for you is a major arcana. It's number 4, and this card is all about organization. Plans are on target. Everything seems to flow smoothly, but you are missing one key ingredient, and that is organization. And organization can come in a million different ways. This could have to do with getting organized at work. Let's say you're a teacher and you've had a rough start to the year, but things are slowly starting to get smooth again. Relationship-wise, this could be about organizing your priorities, balancing work and being a mother and being a wife, or a girlfriend. It could have a lot to do with with more than just your typical idea of organizing stuff, okay? But there's a lot of discipline that needs to be brought to the forefront. It's almost like we've given you exactly what you want. You just haven't been disciplined enough to make the best of it, to organize it, to use your abilities to your full capacity. So the key to success is to allow your creativity to be gently guided in logic. And there seems to be a lot of dreamers out there. And so if you're one of those who are constantly off in la la land dreaming, a lot of times organization seems to be not your strong suit. I know if you're a realist, a lot of times organization is your strong suit and you don't have to worry about it so much. But if you're getting this card and you're getting this message, it could have to do with organizing your priorities, not necessarily your kitchen drawers. All right, so be open to asking others for help. I know it's hard. A lot of people will go to someone, a mentor or a family member, a loved one, a good friend, and they'll ask for, they'll want to tell you exactly what's going on in their life. And how we tend to respond is with advice. But that is not at all, I can almost guarantee you, ever what we're looking for or what they're looking for. They're looking for perspective. So the next time somebody comes to you and, or you go to somebody else and you ask them, hey, how do I get rid of this problem? Or how do I begin to become more organized? Or how do I do this? How do I do that? Let them know immediately you're looking to gain perspective, not advice, okay? And that's what I mean when I say let your friends help you. The clarifying card that I got for you was the Page of Fire, which I love. This card coincides greatly. It's all about using your originality to move forward, to get somewhere. And this card talks a lot about exciting new adventures coming, and I can see how that would coincide with you having to get organized in order to fully benefit from this really exciting new endeavor or this really great thing that's kind of landed in your lap. I know relationship-wise in the beginning, I really struggled. I'd been single for so long and a single mother at that when I began to get into a serious relationship, it was really, really hard, and still to this day, to get in the habit of balancing this new thing that's in my life now. And so a lot of times this organization has to do with getting your priorities straight, and like I said, not so much materialistic things. So keep that in mind, letter A's. Also keep in mind, like I said, we're going back to the full moon being tonight, and I get tons of messages all the time. How should I celebrate the full moon tonight? Or what are you doing? What are some ideas? And I just think it's important for you to know that the full moon is all about bringing clarity to you. So a lot of times on the night of a full moon, we don't even realize it's a full moon. I mean, I do, but a lot of people don't. And they're like, oh my God, I had this great moment of clarity. I had this moment of just euphoria where I realized exactly what my problem was. So if you don't know exactly what it is that you need to let go of tonight, if you don't know exactly where to begin, my suggestion would be to sit at the edge of your bed, put on some meditation music, and just try to get lost in your breathing and in the music. A lot of people think that when you meditate, you're supposed to be focusing only on one thing, whether that's breathing or music or whatever, but that's the exact opposite of what we want you to do. We want your mind to wander. It's just we don't want your mind to wander to getting the dishes done and signing that paper for your child at school. We want it to wander into your subconscious so that we can see what's really being clouded, so that we can see what we're stuffing down and ignoring. And a full moon is perfect for that. So if you don't have any plans to get rid of anything per se tonight, I would highly suggest doing a meditation. With it being a full moon, a blue moon, and a super moon, I think that it would serve you best to do something with it. All right, you guys, I am off. I'm out of here. I love you so much. Thank you for attending. I hope that I get to see some of you at some shows coming up. All right, I love you. Bye-bye.